Yo, what's up? It's Julian Matthews, and welcome to the Elevator Podcast. Just to introduce, what's going to be going on here. I am having this podcast with my co-host Noah, so I'm just going to introduce myself, and then he's going to go right after me. So yeah, my name's Julian Matthews. I'm a sophomore at Howard University. I'm a computer science major, and I'm from Washington D.C. But I also grew up in Upper Marlboro, Maryland too. So DMV means a lot to me. So yeah.
I'm Noah Salam. I'm a sophomore communications major with an audio focus. I'm from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. You have not heard of this place. I like to play guitar, hang out with my friends, and yeah, and have fun. We also got Larnell. Oh, skateboard. We got Larnell in the room. We got Christian, but
Yeah,
they're just
man.
behind the scenes for now.
Yeah, man. We just gonna chop it up here. And just to start off, like the inspiration for this podcast, it wasn't just, oh, let's just go on the internet and say stuff, but I was just in Seattle this past summer, and I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and it just taught me a lot just about, just like chopping it up, like, just good influences on your life and things like that. And I always think back, why I'm so thankful for stuff I do now is because, the people around me, they cared about me. I also like was into like some stuff that helped propel me, to do things that I wanted to do in life. So I just want to do the same thing and like document my journey with my friends and things like that in college because this is, you know, this is invaluable. You don't get this.
This is everything, bro. Like right now, to take advantage of all the time that we have, like to use it to do what we genuinely feel like is what we are called to do, like with this time. And like, yeah, over the summer, like just realizing how constructive it is to talk to people and have someone sort of look at things that you say that you might be so sure about, so set in, and just have like a new perspective brought to you and just building off of that. And then yeah, man, just looking within yourself and learning from your mistakes. It's the only way you can get better is with competing with yourself.
And it's just living life. Like honestly, I have to push myself. Life is cool and living on your own is fun, but it's nice to have your people around you. And when you're in the real world, like your friends do different things. Like as much as you guys want to be with each other, there are things you want to do in life, and that'll just lead you down separate ways. But if we can combine all of our talents into one thing, we can, we might not be the best people or the number one podcast or whatever, but it just brings us together. Keeps us talking, keeps us conscious, keeps us educated, and I like to think I come from a race of just like people that are just trying to keep the culture alive, man. Like that's just what's so cool, man.
Oh God, but like just realizing that the reason why black people, I feel like, have so much successful music, so much like have started so many things in art and music is because we are like not forced, but almost like naturally we have to search a bit harder for our identity, like living here. And it's like it makes you want to find different things to express yourself that are really like true to you and really like unique to you, and show like what's going on inside your head, like on the outside.
Like, bro, I got here and I wasn't, I didn't want to show my cards because you just observe. I do a lot of talking, but I need to do a lot of observing. So I was just observing some of these people. I met my friend Christian, bro. What's it called? I remember he's in the back, bro. I remember one of my first like I remember we met up at Cook, bro. We started walking down to the skate park, bro. It was cold as shit. And he was on a FaceTime with his friend. I'm just like, yo, this nigga cool. And he had like the fucking North Face puffer, bro. Niggas was swaggy in that shit. Yes, bro. And then what's it called? We walked down, we chopped it up, we skateboarded, bro. I sucked at skateboarding at that time. Like, it was bad, but like,
I started here too, bro. Like this is a great place to start because like you fuck up, someone's gonna teach you how to do that trick, or someone's gonna like, and you see all these people skating around you, you're like, damn, like I want to be able to do that.
there's no judgment zone. It's just like amazing. It's like what you need in life. But back to the story. Met up with Christian. I took some pictures there, and I was like holding his camera. I'm like, wow, like this is really cool. Taking pictures of this dude and like put me on to photography. My friend back home, or someone I know back home. He's a photographer. He's doing stuff. It's just like there's so many people around you. I've met Noah. He played guitar, like, you know, you know, and it just made me look within myself. It's just like everything you've been hiding from these people for so long. Like, it's time to be you. My parents always said they saw something in me, so it's just like it's time to act on that and live with no regrets.
Yeah, man, that like, and that shit starts to come to life when you trust it. Like when you trust yourself.
The world about to say something like no, like we're just
Nah, bro, we're just in college. Like we just finished the first week. Like within even just a week of being here, so much has happened. Like you interact with so many people. Like being, I don't even know if this is like on every college campus, but just being here, I feel like every time you step out the room, like you'll have an interaction with someone that changes the way you're thinking that day, or like affects you throughout the day, or inspires you to do something. And it's like, especially for black kids coming here, it's like wow, like we're all so supportive of each other, and like we make each other like just do like better and better.
And it's just the simple things in life, bro. It's the simple things in life. It's not just like something monumental every day. It's the small little things you notice in life. But so that's what we're gonna talk about. This is the small stuff. Honestly, this reminds me when I was a kid. So back when I lived in Upper Marlboro, we had to drive all the way to DC because I always went to school in DC. But we always listened to NPR in the morning, bro. Bro, they had the most silkiest and smoothest voices, bro. Like he's like, so to the weather today. I was like, damn, I was just so calm and relaxed. And they were saying that was like real news reporting.
No, NPR, bro, like I would be listening to NPR like coming home from my like guitar lessons. Like whenever my dad would pick me up, he would play NPR like in the morning. I'm like, damn, like.
And you had to wake up early for that. You had to get up early for that. That wasn't no like 8:00. You had to get at 6 a.m. for that. That's like. It's like for the early grinders, like something calm. NPR is so real.
That prime NPR time in the morning. But like I would see my dad listen to that and be like, damn, like I feel like even people from that generation, like once they got older, started to pick up their little habits and stuff. I'm like, damn, like this is cool. Like he listens to NPR in the morning. Exactly. He enjoys that.
Bro, I never thought of my dad as like an NPR. My dad does so much stuff, but like he put that on, he was chilling. Oh, he put on WTOP. See, that's a DMV thing. He put on WTOP, like it's like 103 point something. And they had this section in the news. It's called Knuckleheads in the News. They just like put some random person that did something crazy on the news, and they start laughing at him. And it was crazy, but it was funny, man. It was funny. But nah, man, like, bro, like that's NPR was low-key like the first like. It just felt like a podcast because it wasn't just we on the radio. It was like it's calm.
And the stories were like, I still like would try to be like, oh, it's NPR. This has to be boring because I was a kid. But the stories were like interesting. They were like they were always about something that you were like, it would be like a little niche like event or something that happened, and it would always like just like different type of stories.
I know, man. But yeah, that's all to say. We're here to chill out and have a good time. Because honestly, that's what it's all about. We're here to have a good time. So I guess we're gonna get started off. I'll tell a story that's something that just happened. So what's it called? I was taking out the trash from my room, and earlier today we went to a volleyball game, but we just saw like the last 2 minutes of it, and then I think I saw a player, and I was like, "Oh, are you on the volleyball team?" And then they didn't say anything back. I was like, "Oh, okay." I just kind of like held that and went to the trash can. I don't even know why. I just feel so embarrassed now.
Left on red in real life, that's tough.
But the thing is, like, bro, I wasn't even trying to flirt or nothing. Like, I just want to be like, "Oh, that's so cool. You're in the volleyball." I was just trying to say all that. But I think I was like, did I get off the vibe that I was acting thirsty?
Honestly, I hate that. It's like and then you have that little moment of like, shit, like what the overthinking.
Yeah, bro, you start you're just like, oh my god, like I really could have just shut my mouth. Like, why did you try and like be outgoing? Like, bro, I just wanted to see if someone was on the volleyball team because I was like, bro, I'm like, that's cool, that's an athletic sport. But then I'm just like, nah, I look like a creep, bro. And I'm just like, fuck. And then niggas was around, they looked at me and they just kept on walking. I was just like, yeah, it's over for me. Nah, bro. I swear I'm not even thirsty, bro. Like I'm trying to like keep a decent rep, but like I want to hang out with people, but it's just like I'm just trying to.
I'll just use it. But at a certain point, you just kind of have to do like you're gonna interact with so many people, like you can't even keep a track list of like, oh, what did this person think? Like,
Nah, for real. You just gotta let that go.
yeah.
Cause honestly, I'm glad I let it go. It's just whatever now.
Like I was at the skate park earlier this week, and this dude, God, I forget his name.
Don't even expose. We're not talking
No,
about
we're
names.
we're not name dropping. But he was telling me about like, oh, he plays tennis and he's been playing tennis for a minute. So I'm just like asking him like, that's cool. Like, damn, I wish I knew how to play tennis. And he told me there's always this dude on the tennis court who's wearing like, he never wears a shirt. And he said he was almost like a cartoon character because he never wore a shirt. And he's like, you'll see him if you're up at like 6 in the morning. And I was like, damn, like, is he like,
This is real.
is
This
he
dude real?
dead ass?
This is real.
And then like I had no classes because it was Friday morning, so I just went to the gym, and then I'm walking back. I saw the dude. He was wearing like these like rainbow colored pants. It was like yellow, orange, green, and he had no shirt on, like the dude said. And he was pretty built. And I was like walking to the gym, and I said like I didn't even fully look at him, but he sort of looked at me, and I was like, "What's up?" And it was almost like, damn, like that dude, because he was saying like he's like a real dude, like he plays tennis with him. And then I go to the gym and I walk back and I see the dude who told me about him, and I'm like, damn, like this dude like lives his own like complete life, has his all like hobbies and shit.
What we were doing earlier today at the at Blackburn, that was like low key like kind of cool. We were just sitting inside like enjoying ourselves. I'm glad we weren't like trying to rush like living in life and shit, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just chilling. Like the fact that for freshman year, like I was trying to go to some parties and things like that. I was like really trying to go out, but like I'm just chilling now. And it's just weird that I don't know, like parties have been so hyped up like ever since I was a kid. And now that I'm going to some, I'm just like, I'm just cool with it.
Like, yeah, I feel like since I went home, since like freshman year, you're really trying to get all these experiences that you never had, because it's like, whoa, like all these things seem amazing. And then I go home and it's sort of like you get back used to feeling what you actually want to do. It's like, do I actually want to be at a party? Like, do I actually want to like, or would I rather just chill in my room and just have like a chill night with friends?
Exactly.
I had like all my intro classes this week, and like a lot of my teachers, like some of them, you can see their different levels of comfort. Like some of them are some of them are just like,
don't expose them now.
point.
Don't expose them, bro.
I'm not gonna expose anyone, but no, it's like I have all these communication classes in the same lecture hall, and like all the teachers like take up the like handle the lecture differently, and you can just tell like when the teacher is actually passionate about what they're talking about, like they don't even have to try too hard to keep the students engaged in a lecture. Like people start asking questions, and a conversation just pops off in the lecture room, and it's like,
bro, it be those like very like weird, but like they're just unique teachers. I had like a lot of unique teachers growing up, and honestly, they just made like being smart like cool. Like I was like, I want to be smart because like I think you guys are cool, and I want to be cool like y'all.
exactly.
Some of them were weird though, so you got some weird teachers, but like I was just like, yo, I could do something unique, and they're just chilling. It's like they talk to us about their life. They're like, yeah, I'm just chilling, better go out on vacation. And I'm like, oh. They do normal things, like this is not crazy.
Exactly. Like that's why it's always such a weird experience, like seeing a teacher outside of the classroom. You're like, it always reminds you like, oh damn, he has his whole life. Like,
bro, you ever call your teacher mom, bro?
Nah, I've never gone
You've never done that? Bro, I remember one time I accidentally called I was like, yo mom. I was like, bro, that's so bad, bro. You call the teacher, and then they just like start laughing. I'm just like, oh my god, bro. I just called the mom.
Because they're so cool. Like you want them to be your mom.
Whoa, I can't say that about my mom, bro. My mom's goated.
Yeah,
but like they act like a parental figure though.
Yeah,
because that doesn't happen with anyone else.
Things by example.
That really doesn't happen with any other profession. Like Nothing ever like fills a parental role. It's just like orders and stuff like that.
You think it's a certain type of person who has to be a teacher? Because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
there'll be some teachers I feel like why did you become a teacher? Like
No,
you
there
don't.
are
It feels like
those.
you don't want to be here type shit.
The thing is, I've ran into those, but the thing is, like, I still like always dig deep, and I kind of understand, like people just change, and like, you know what's it called? When some of my teachers, like, I'm just like, they didn't like me for no, I don't know why, but you know, I still can still understand. I'm like, yo, this dude has a passion for this subject.
He has a passion for his like approach to teaching, and
Yeah.
he's kind of like, oh, you guys don't get it, but it's like
But those be the best teachers sometimes because they make you think differently. Thinking differently is everything. It's like opening your mind to new perspectives.
that's true. It's like you'll have a teacher like that, and you're like, why? Like you don't seem like you want to be a teacher, but sometimes like over the course of the semester, you'll be like, wait,
Yeah, you start
and then start catching on. Like he was actually like,
and sometimes you get that one-on-one with them. You're just like, yo, like this okay, yeah. And then like it'd be like sometimes it's like the teacher that don't say nothing. You just talk to them once, you're just like, oh yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to Japan, blah, blah, blah. They just talk about all this crazy stuff. Like my teachers are just like, I don't know, like I didn't have good relationships with all my teachers, but like I just respected them as people like all the time, even though it might have not always looked like it. Cause you do something. Like, if you wasn't in high school like doing a little like, I don't know, man. Like I wasn't doing anything crazy, but
it's like they have to keep. I feel like they have to keep up their like teaching style just for the sake of the classroom, just for the sake of how everything is kept. But like when you have the one-on-one with them, like they're just a person.
yeah, and they're just chilling. And it'd be the teachers that were like invested in the clubs and the groups, and because that's when I really saw, because we had to talk to each other as equals, so they had to like really understand where I'm coming from. I have to understand where they're coming from, and we just have to really be thinking. And that's when I was just like, whoa, like they do a lot. Like these are just masters at life, low key. Like, and they have their own hobbies, and they don't care how dangerous it is or normal. They just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't. It's like they don't even feel judged by like other people because like there's politics and whatnot, but
I feel like they kind of had to learn how to like take a classroom. Like I was in my speech class the other day, and my teacher was talking about like it's a public speaking class. She was talking about she still gets nervous sometimes when she gets up in front of the class and has to like look at all these people, and everyone's because when you're a teacher, like everyone's looking to you for what you're saying. Everyone's looking at you, and it's like they've probably been doing it for so long. They have a certain way they want to take the room or want to like have the create the vibe of the class.
yeah, exactly. And honestly, some teachers, I know, honestly, a lot of kids would be like, "Oh, this teacher sucks. They don't know how to teach." So I'm like, guys, I never expressed this, but I was like, yes, the teacher's hard, but there is a point to what they're saying. Like they're saying valid things. You're just mad because you're not getting a good grade, and like I'm working, I'm busting my ass to get a good grade, and I still can't get a good grade. But I can't look this dude in the eye and be like, "Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about." He knows exactly what he's talking about. That's why it's so hard because this stuff isn't
Oh my
easy.
God, it's
you can't
hard.
you
It's
just can't
hard.
pick this stuff up. Like if you're reading like old literature, it's not just like, oh, let me just. No, you have to think about it. Like write notes. Like really like learn how to control your mind and like use your brain. And it's crazy because sometimes like I'll be so exhausted. I'm like, what is this guy coming to? And then he just goes to the conclusion of his thought. I'm just like, wow, like it opens your eyes. Like, bro, books and music, bro, music,
Bro.
Oh
like
God,
a crazy experience like I love to think about is like hearing songs on the radio when you were a kid. Like I would listen to Radio Disney, just like whatever was on, and then later on like you go back and listen to those songs, like damn, like I felt that, I've experienced that emotion now, and it's like shit, this sounds even better. Like it sounded good back then, but
it
now,
sounds better with the streaming services. I'm like, yo, I could have been bumping it like this. Like, oh my God.
for real, that's why I can't get off. Like I love finding new music, but the old stuff I always gotta come back to that.
You can, bro. If you don't, the old stuff grounds your modern taste. Like it's the roots of like what you actually like. Cause,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
hold on. But like, what's it called? I feel like that appreciation also came from being like playing in like an orchestra, playing in a band, playing in a jazz band. I might have not been the best at my instrument, but like reading, like having to cite, I can still sight read music to this day. And even though I haven't done it in a long time, like I can still do some like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I could play this whole song. Like I can't do that, but you know, I can understand when music's on a page is different. Like like clefs and stuff like that, and sharps and flats and key signatures and time signatures. It's just like it's art, bro. It's art. So then I hear it in this like complicated modern like it's been refined like. Sometimes when I hear Playboy Cardi, man, I'm just like, yo, like this dude, like he's killing it.
That's what I love about music, and especially like now, like it's so easy to get into making music, to just like grab a few things and start creating stuff. And you could have a song that's super simple, like has a drum loop and like some synths and some like vocals, and then that shit could blow up like on SoundCloud or something.
And you can turn it into anything. Like this stuff is limited. It's like this. I love watching like sample videos on like YouTube. It's like where the sample came from. I'm just like, how did they chop this up, like rearrange it, and just like make these simple, beautiful beats? Like what's it called? One of my favorite instrumental. Because sometimes I have a whole playlist of just rap song instrumentals, bro. I love instrumentals. What's it called? One of my favorite. I mean, it's
the instrumental be better than the actual song sometimes.
Sometimes I'm like, why?
Bro, I need to go to a catering, not a concert. That would be an experience, bro. Or Tame Impala, like bands like that. Christian came back with the snacks.
Oh yeah, Christian. Oh yeah, he got the wheat thins.
Christian put everybody on the snacks. What are we snacking on, Christian? The fuck?
Oh.
Oh yeah, Christian.
We got the Triscuit thin crisps and the red pepper hummus.
Yellow pepper. Oh, Christian got the snack on him. But okay, hold on.
I want to spin back to the music thing.
Yeah.
Like
I was in the middle. I was about to say something real quick.
Oh, but can I just keep going?
Huh?
Oh, like I think one of the most like important memories I have from music class in school was like our teacher would let us just mess around on GarageBand. Like some classes, and that would be the best class ever because you could like they had preset loops. You would just throw them together, and you could like feel like you created a whole song like as like a 12-year-old or something. You're like, wow, how do people even create music? And you just like throw together little stuff and like, bro,
once you try actually doing it, you realize how hard it is. Like this is not easy. Like yes, bro. Like that's why like even when like my day-to-day actions, like I really just try to be like respectful. And I know I like make mistakes and I do stupid stuff, but like I always try to keep it like respectful because like I'm not a history major, but there's never been a time in my life or anyone's life that I know that like being negative and being like, just being rude and ignorant to people, knowingly ignorant, like that never worked out. You gotta, just, I don't know, man. Like respect people.
You don't even realize how much you could miss out on like just having pride. Like if you just let that down sometimes, and depending on who, like sometimes you don't want to take advice from everyone, but like if you just open your mind a little bit and like put yourself in that person's perspective or their shoes, you'd be like, wow, like that's the quickest way to sort of like notice something.
And like you just don't tweak out. Like you might get mad, but like in the moment you're like, you know what, getting mad isn't really the answer. And like you just learn that through getting mad a lot, but but like once you realize like, oh, this is kind of dumb, like let me not get mad, let me just like make the best of this moment any way I know how I can, even though it might be weird to some people. Or honestly, bro, today the fit I was wearing, like I like that outfit so much because I got that jacket when I was in London with my sister, and we went thrifting, and like that time spent with my sister was like so like important to me. And like I got this jacket, and it's like something that she would wear, but I was able to style it with some stuff I got at H&M, mad cheap. I remember this guy, shout out to Frugal Aesthetic on YouTube. He told me to never shop at H&M, but I continued to shop at H&M because it was cheap. You can't hate on people that, bro. And I know he's joking, like he's probably a cool dude, but like I had to rep I can't hide that I'm an H&M fiend. Like, bro, I got here, I just thought I was wearing sweatpants was cool. Like I realized I had no drip. But the thing is, I did have drip, but I wasn't tapping into my potential. Right. So I had to, bro. And the thing is, like, this is what people don't understand. I think everyone's like, oh, people, they look good as fashion. Like, drip and sauce and swag is not acquiring things. It's working with what you have.
Yes,
it's what you have.
Oh my God.
You have to work on with what you have right now, because if someone sees you work with what you got and then you turn that into something, like that's unique. That's authentically you. Like you didn't steal that. You are just now a person, and you can like blossom into this personality like that's just diverse and complex, and it's just like another good thing to add to the world, bro. So like
That's why I think like thrifting is so popular right now, because people realize like you can really make like I even have to remind myself sometimes like maybe I don't even need to buy more stuff. Maybe I just need to think of something else to throw together out of the clothes I have. And it's like because you could just make such a cool outfit just off of colors, like textures, and just messing around with shit.
and then you see like and then you realize like why some like old pieces of like, you know, let's say it's an old Run DMC shirt, like why it might go for like a lot, like what's it called? My mom used to listen to that, like, and they had that at concerts probably or something, but like these are like pieces of like this is a character. Like if you really think about like just think about like life as like having energy, like some clothes just have like that certain energy to them, and you realize like, oh, this is why some people do merch, because like they can understand that this might have energy to it. And some honestly some pieces of merch are just straight like money grabs, but like you gotta feel that, you know what I'm saying? Like when I support someone by buying something from them, it's just like it's a big step for me. Like it's not like, oh, I'm cheap. It's just like, no, like this has to mean something to me.
It's like I feel another thing with fashion, like you said, you see something that means something to you, has like a certain energy. I feel like I see that, like I'll see that in someone else, or like in a movie, or like anywhere, just like in a piece of art, or just something that's unique. And then it's like, damn, like that feels like me. Like that feels like based off of me and my experience. Like that's what I want to put out.
And the thing is, sometimes like you wonder, like everyone's clinging onto these other like honestly music, fashion, like these pop culture references. You're like, sometimes I don't get it, or like I get it, but it's just like it's just not all that to me. But then you finally find something that's just like, oh my god, this actually speaks to me. Like you're just like, wow, like I didn't think anything would speak to me. I thought I just have to be like weird or something, but no, like things are out there. You just gotta find it, and sometimes they might be super expensive. Sometimes they might be really cheap. But I think prices really mess with me because I'm like, have one of these belts that I got from Goodwill. It was only like $5, but I'm like, man, you probably sell this for like 50 or like 60. But like, cause the belt was cool in my eyes. I'm like, this thing is sick. But you know, it's just it's what you give value to things. And I wore it when I came back here. It's like this silver belt. I thought I was swaggy. I had like black jeans, black tank top, the silver belt, and my hair was moisturized.
Bro,
I was like,
speaking about swag, like what happened to swag? Like when swag was actually seriously a thing, like I remember I was like 12, like I had a purple swag hat, and you would just see like swag everywhere, and like everyone would wear the Nike Elite socks and like that type of vibe. And then as we got older, like things switched to like Supreme and like
hype beast, bro. People's hype beast.
The hype beast, like early high school, it was hype beast,
bro.
Like,
they killed stuff though. Like sometimes I'd be like Louis Vuitton and Supreme and all those. I thought that was so corny because like some people just made it so corny. And the thing is, like I knew it came from like cool stuff, but I was like, yo, I don't think I'm even ready for this. Like, why am I trying to like rock Supreme? Like, I'm 13 years old. Like, I don't need to be like, who am I trying to impress? Like this little 13-year-old girl. Like,
you
bro,
had to, like convince your mom.
Like, mom, can I please get this? And bro, my mom was like, nope. And the thing is, no, it's not. My mom didn't even say that. I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't even want this. I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna ask for my mom for stuff I actually really, really want. Not like I don't need no Supreme.
What I really wanted was like Robux, the Fortnite.
Oh my god, Robux, bro. My mom warned me against Robux too. She was like, "Why do you need this? This is not like permanent." I'm like, "Mom, like I can like buy stuff."
bro, because in that time, that shit meant so much. Like that was more than real money to me,
bro. You remember they used to have tickets too, bro. In Robux, they had tickets.
Oh.
It was tickets and Robux.
Bro, I was cheap. I was playing as a guest for like a year.
Bro, bro, I had a free account, bro, and I abused tickets because you got 10 free tickets like a day when you logged in or something. So I think you could get like a shirt at 100 tickets. It was completely free. So you just get the tickets by playing the game. But then they took it away, bro. And I remember you could convert tickets to Robux. So if you got tickets every day, you can convert it to Robux. So it's free Robux, bro. And oh my god, remember the free Robux like generators and things like that.
No, there would be like scams, like fake games and stuff that'd be like, do this, beat this OB to get 1,000 Robux. Bro, like the amount of time I spent playing Roblox as a kid, like that shit filled all my time. Like I would FaceTime my friends, just play Roblox for hours. Survival games, like the cops and robbers game. That was like, it's just so fun, bro.
Bro, Roblox is crazy. And like the thing is, like, you're like, okay, this is cool, but I can make this, and they start making games even better and better and better. And then Roblox games today, they're super high quality. Like people are straight programming in Roblox.
Yeah, like for real.
Like they use Lua, that's a programming language, and they have to like they have to know game design. Like this is serious now. Like Roblox had a massive come up, man.
Bro, that was unreal. Like when I bro, like
you gotta put respect on Fortnite's name, bro.
I owe so much to my older cousin Gabe, because he's like always been into video games, and for Roblox he made my name Fearless Noah 200, and like it was like Thanksgiving or something. He came over and I had this old Mac, like one of the not even a laptop, like a big one, and it was like I really want to play Fortnite because everyone's playing it. And he was like, you can get it on here. And I was like, this computer is like... So we got it. It was literally pixelated. But I was still, like, taking it back. I was like, bro. Because I was used to Minecraft and Roblox. I was like, no way, bro. This is, like, different level shit.
Bro, I wanted to play Fortnite so badly because everyone else was playing it and everyone else was good. I tried running that on my laptop, and my laptop just shut off, bro. Like, I used to have them little doo-doo laptops that I could only buy because I didn't have a job. I just had, like, money I collected over the years, bro. And they could go on Google Chrome, but, like, bro, they went on Google Chrome, you open one tab, it starts like, I'm like, damn.
Bro, that shit would crush me. Like, I used to sit in my bed, like, with my laptop, and that shit would start heating up.
Like, that burnt me once, man.
That's what I would do, honestly. Like, I would FaceTime my friend, and Fortnite, like... It's actually like such a like you get 4 people. You might only know one dude within the 4 people, but y'all all have to like communicate throughout the whole thing, and it's just like you can just get lost in it for hours.
Bro, that was me, but that was me when I played Smash Bros. Like I played with like some people, and I'd be on there like all day. Like I played Smash Bros. So much. Like I know. Like, that game has contributed so much to my personality. It's a little weird because when something bad happens, like, I already know. Like, it's just, like, you study. It's, like, a little community. I've never been to a tournament like that, but, like, you kind of watch on the outskirts for so long. You're just like, wow. And then you can always pick it up. And, you know, people who play Smash, like, it's not like, oh, you're in the community. It's like, you're, like, chilling. You're like, oh, you play Smash? Like, me too. And then, it's kind of just talking about it. And then, like, you eventually play. And it's like. And Roblox. Smash Bros is so fun.
I feel like there's only like a few games that are like that where like you can get anyone on there and they're gonna like enjoy it and want to play it again. Like Smash, Wii Sports Resort.
Oh my god,
Wii Sports Resort, bro. Like,
they had the planes, bro. I was in the sword.
I would be sweating like swinging that sword,
bro. I remember like. I like there's a wrist strap to the Wiimote, right?
Yeah.
I would just swing that around with my wrist as like a sword, man.
No, like when you do the running thing, I'll just be like, I would do the same thing with Just Dance.
Oh my god, the boxing was serious. I was in my room like throwing hooks. I was like, hey. Bro, when I would play baseball on Wii Sports with my sister, and like I would like, and because I played baseball as a kid, so I'd like be doing my whole entire pitching motion. I'd be throwing it, and then like. We would be throwing like 100-mile curveball heaters at each other. Like we were goated at that.
That was just getting in it, especially with my cousins when I was younger. Like we would get so competitive, and we would play all types of games. But what was even crazier was when we got the Nerf guns out. Like we used to play like Nerf wars downstairs, and that shit would like in my head like we are at war. Like that shit felt so real.
I don't even know how to read this.
This has been the Elevator Podcast.
Hold up, we're not done yet. Yeah. Hold on. Say something.
Testing.
Okay, it's working. Yeah. I just want to see. All right. I mean, we talked about a lot, but I don't even know
I
how
feel
long
like
that
that's
was.
solid. Like we don't even have to put that out, but like just to play around with it.
I feel like you have the thing is all right, what in the podcast I would want. This is my structure. So you have separate conversations, but it's like the whole podcast is multiple conversations, and then when the last conversation like you want to put out there comes to a conclusion, you're just like, all right, guys, it's been good. You know, you call your supporters something. You like hit that subscribe, subscribe.
But how do we know?
What do you mean?
When is that moment?
It's just whenever you, it's you.
Yeah, when you just feel like.
He's like, you know what? Let's just wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Let's wrap it
About
up.
time to go, y'all.
About time to go, yeah.
You sent me an episode of that, and I was like, damn, like I see these people around campus, like that's so interesting. Goated.
Bruh, let's not even start that conversation.
What? Don't give me.
Don't start about podcasts and people on the campus, bro. Like, you gonna make me act up.
No, like there's so many like interesting, creative people around campus, and like podcasts are such a cool way to be like.
Hey, post-production Julian here, and when we were recording, the last part I don't know what happened. I just stopped recording, but that was our first episode of the podcast. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Wherever this is released on, follow it, like it, subscribe it, rate it 5 stars. I think in the future, we're going to really try and put it on at least YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So, yeah, when those things come out, support it, share it, tell your friends, comment, reach out to us for any tips and things like that. And I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I appreciate anyone who's listening right now or listened in the past. So, yeah, Elevator Podcast or Elevator Show. We're still deciding on the name. Bye. Also, follow us on Instagram. Follow me at julian._.mattthews and follow Noah at Noah Salami at NOAHSALAAMI. Yeah. Okay, now bye, for real.